Ski School is about how debilitating alcoholism and having sex with your students can actually make you a better athlete. It's about a school where all of the students are women and nobody learns to ski. You never even see a woman on skis. The women in this movie are flashing their boobs and they're in hot tubs. Great. But I think that they're telling themselves, like, they're going to let us put on skis at some point. Sure. It's like a Mr. Miyagi situation where he's like, oh, show me double hand job. Now you're skiing. Reed Jansen. He's skiing downhill and he's the best, but he's an asshole. Mm-hmm. And then we cut back to like the lodge or the clubhouse and it's just women taking their tops off. Every instructor has their own section and Jansen is the head of section 1. They're the evil yuppie skiers. And then section 8, those are the party boys. And Dave is that instructor. Dave Marshak. Oh, and then they say that there's going to be a 5-day skiing competition to see who the best section is. Then Johnny Roland comes to town. So he shows up to Section 8, and these guys, Dave Marshak, the instructor, he's doing a monologue from Hamlet on helium. Okay. And he's going like, who is he to Hecuba, or Hecuba to him, that he shouldn't cry for Hecuba? You know, the famous Hecuba. Sure. Well, I think this ski school does seem a lot like the acting school that James Franco got in trouble about. They could have called this James Franco Ski School. Do you think all of these plane crashes have been happening because there was a pilot school that was mostly hot tubs and parties? They show Roland skiing, and the announcer's like, this guy came out of nowhere, and he's great. Mm-hmm. And so it turns out Roland is great at skiing. Then they're having a party for the school, but it's a lame party full of yuppies. There's this guy named Ed. Ed's like, I'm going to put in some up-tempo music, and we're going to get this party going. Yeah. So then Ed puts on the new music and the flashy lights, and Reed Jensen's like, a couple more of these up-tempo songs, and things could get out of hand. So then they find Ed, they throw him out. They step on his cassettes, and they say, why don't you try playing with these?
Oh, God damn!
I mean, you'd be right to call someone that who is into cassettes now. But back then, you had no other choice to be into cassettes.
Right.
The bullies, now they've drawn first blood. Mm-hmm. So now Dave and the gang, they're like, we have to set into motion an elaborate revenge plan. Mm. It's like Revenge of the Nerds, but they're just guys. This is Revenge of the Guys. Okay. Which is a less catchy title. Yeah. Revenge of just some guys. Sure. Okay, so here's the plan. This is the plan to get back at Section 1. Oh. So there's these two guys, Derek and Eric, and they like Lori, who's just a pretty girl there for the ski school. So Lori goes up to each of them and says, I want to have sex with you. What? To the first guy. But I need you to tell me. I only get turned on if you say to me that you want to have sex with me and you're ready for some hot sex and you love it. And they're videotaping the guys say this, first Derek and then Eric. They videotape both of them going like, I cannot wait to have hot sex with you. So to both guys, she says, meet me in room 220. And she keeps saying like, and whatever you do, don't open your eyes.
No, open your eyes, open them.
Because she told both guys to go to the same room, but they both think she's coming up. We cut to Reed. He's in front of everybody, and he's like, all right, everybody, welcome to ski school. And this video I'm about to show you really says everything you need to know about me. This video, if you want to understand Reed Jensen, just watch this video. This video is just everything I believe in. Okay, so then the one guy's in bed. He puts the pillow over his head so he can't see. The other guy comes in and thinks that's the woman. Yep. So then he's real excited. He's taking his clothes off. So then we cut to...
she gonna make these guys fuck each other?
It turns out the revenge plot here is a coerced gay sex tape.
Oh, God damn it!
Because if you can do that, think how good you can be at skiing. It's all part of it. If you can overcome the humiliation of a non-consensual gay sex tape being seen by the ski school, think of how high you can go on your jumps. It's all part of it. Okay. So they're going to have gay sex. Pretty good. And then what's funny, of course, Paulette is Reed's girlfriend, but she hates him. She's like, you don't ever pay attention to me. Paulette goes, you're probably just gay for Derek and Eric. They're probably gay. I bet they're gay. So then it cuts to, they've already edited together. They show them in a control room somewhere. They've already edited together into this tape. It's two shots of Derek saying, I cannot wait for our sex. And then Eric, the opposite angle, over his shoulder, seemingly going, I too am enjoy our hot sex together. And then I guess it cuts to a live feed. This is like the Oscars. It's so elaborate. It cuts to the moment they get in bed live, and they do whatever they do, and then they start screaming and go, oh no, gay sex! It seems like they go into bed and they just start screaming.
Okay.
And then it cuts. But maybe they're screaming, I wanted this too! How did you know I wanted this as badly as you did? So much production went into this. It would be like if Ang Lee was playing a practical joke on Jake Gyllenhaal and Heath Ledger, and they didn't know what Brokeback Mountain was about. And at the end, he was like, "You guys are gay. I made you guys gay." And then he's like trying to change the channel, and Reed goes, "My men are not homosexuals. This can't be." Oh, and then everyone at the party laughs. They're laughing so hysterically at these two gay men in bed. I think everyone just thinks they're gay now, too. I think that the rest of the movie, people are like, "Oh, those two gay guys." And they're like, "Mission accomplished." And then Anton, the manager of the mountain, he says that a millionaire is buying the mountain. And so he says to Reed, "You need to get these party animals under control." And he's like, "Well, why don't we just fire him?" And he's like, "We can't fire him. He's beloved by the community, so they can't fire him." Section 8, they're waking up from a party. Fitz wakes up, and he just looks like he has shit all over his face.
Okay.
Yeah, and then all these women are passed out. Maybe he just ate so much ass that he killed 5 women. Dean Cameron, they were trying to turn him into a Groucho Marx for the 90s.
Oh.
Because in this scene, he just does a Groucho Marx line, but he adds his own little flair to it. He says, "I would dance with you till the cows come home, or dance with the cows till you come home." And then he says, "Oh dear, I've come." So it's Groucho Marx, but for another generation. "I've had a perfectly wonderful evening, but this wasn't it. The evening I'm thinking of is when I came in my pants." This woman is so attractive that they're hanging out with their skis, and she just walks by, and everyone's like, "Shut up." Mm-hmm. They tell the women they're with, they're like, "Shut up. You shut your mouths. We're all staring at her now. We don't care about you." And she walks by, and she's just so stunning. And like, who is this woman? And then this hot lady, she sits down next to Johnny, and she's like, "That's some good skiing out there." Mm-hmm. She's like, "My name is Victoria. Here's my number," right? So then Johnny's over at the beautiful woman's house, and he's like, "What's your deal, lady?" And she's like, "I'm rich and mysterious, and I have the best boobs you've ever seen." Mm-hmm. And then we see him. She's like, "Check these out." They have sex. So then they keep partying. And then the office manager brings him in. Section 8 is disbanded, and you're disqualified from the competition. Mm-hmm. So then they just bring a bunch of balloons and beers.
Okay.
This ignites the public love of Dave Marshak. And people are like, "Let him ski. We got to let Marshak ski." And he's like, "Damn it, the people love Marshak. We got to give them what they want." So they agree to let Marshak ski. Now it's full of pranks. Section 8 versus Section 1. And they get 3 women to flash their boobs.
Nice.
And then that guy like hits a pole with his nuts. He won that round of the competition. That was the event.
Yeah.
Just look at 6 tits and get hit in the nuts. The judges gave him a 10 on that. This guy is the Pele of looking at 6 tits. Section 8 wins the competition.
Hey, Section 8!
And then as they're celebrating, the announcer's like, not the announcer's just telling the news. He's like, "The mountain has been sold to a new owner who promises radical restructuring." So they're like, "The mountain's been sold." Because the original manager is like, "Well, you're still kicked out and I hate you and I'm evil. But there's a new owner." Mm-hmm. We get to this big party. We go back to the lodge. Dave says, "Ladies and gentlemen, your new owner," right? There's a big banner. They've changed the name of the mountain to Party Mountain.
Party Mountain!
And the owner is the hot lady with the great boobs.
Hot lady, great boobs!
She's the millionaire who bought the mountain.
Yes!
And she's like, "We're only partying now. Oh! It's going to be Party Mountain." Dave's like, "Who wants to get naked?"
Yes, happy ending.
The hot lady was the owner. The owner says to Dave, "You want to get in the hot tub with me?" And he's like, "I guess I have to." And then they're in the hot tub. She says, "Welcome to my kingdom, baby."
Oh.
He's going to have to fuck his boss.
Nice.
So the hottest woman you've ever seen is now the owner of Party Mountain.
Nice.
But if you think about it, so this woman, she's like a rogue billionaire, and here's how she does business. Before she buys a place, she visits, she fucks everybody, and then she changes whatever they were doing to party. So this is a wild way to go about things. Yeah. I wanted to hear more of her backstory. Like, she's like, "Yeah, that's just, that's what I do. I bought a hospital. I turned it to Party Hospital. Everybody's dead now. I fucked everybody in the hospital." So that didn't work out. So it's not a perfect strategy. This is how I do business. I bought a zoo. I changed it to Party Zoo. No. One guy fucked a monkey, and then that guy got really skinny. That was in the early 80s. I think I might have started AIDS, but the point is that the party never stopped. Now I'm here in a hot tub. I think skiing is probably what I should have started with. "Kiss me, you fool. I started AIDS." The past was doing its best.
That's the theme song.
Leave them alone. Leave them alone. Leave them alone. They were doing their best.